It's the 19th century. And look at all these big, wonderful silver coins. It was common around many countries all around the world that the coins were made out of silver, gold, and bronze. Here we have a good selection of large silver coins. We have 8 reals from Spanish Mexico in 1807. We have a crown from Great Britain, a dollar from the USA, 5 francs from Belgium, 5 francs from France, a ruble from Russia, a rupee from India, and that's a 2 shillings from South Africa. Great big chunky silver coins. But 100 years later, by the end of the 20th century, there were no silver coins being circulated anymore. So which country was the last to mint coins? Continue watching this video and we'll find out. So using my amazing handcrafted year labels, we'll be running through my coin collection, my world coin collection that I recently acquired, looking at the countries that first gave up their silver coins. So this effectively, if you follow football in England, this is League Two. One of the first countries that gave up their coins was Denmark. Denmark gave the silver coins up in 1919, shortly after the First World War. It was the same time that Britain reduced its coins from sterling silver to 50%. And here we have an example of a coin. 25 ore. There was 100 ore in a krona. This is from 1919, 60% silver. The reverse is a complete mess. It's been scratched. Maybe somebody didn't like Christian X. That's Denmark. Next up, also 1919. They're close neighbours. Norway. I have a 10 ore from Norway. This is actually from 1917. Next we move up to 1931. It was the Soviet Union that ended silver coins. Actually, at this time, for this coin, it was called the Russian Soviet Federative Socialist Republic. That's a mouthful, isn't it? You can see there the hammer and sickle in the centre of that coin, with the initials of that country at the bottom. This coin is 15 kopecks from 1923. So that was 50% silver. Next up, we have France. France stopped silver coins in 1939. Here is 10 francs from 1931, this coin. This is 68% silver. Next up, I've got the Israeli flag there, but at the time it was British Palestine or should I say, mandatory Palestine. Not that it was compulsory to be called Palestine, I think it was something to do with a mandate from the UN. But here we have a 100 mils coin. There's Palestine at the top, and it's got both Hebrew and Arabic writing on it. And English. 100 mils, and that is 72% silver. So they were the first countries that in my collection to give up their silver coins for general circulation. This is, I'm not including commemorative coins in this at all. So next we'll move up to League One. First up is Republic of Ireland. Their silver coins didn't last long, and they stopped in 1943. This coin is 75% silver. Picture of an Irish hunting horse. On the reverse, the harp on the obverse. Right, this one's 1928, as you can see. A little bit worn, this in condition. Next up is Malaysia, or at the time, Malaya. And this coin is one of the last silver coins minted from Malaya. It's a 5-cent piece, it's got a bit of verdigris on there, a bit nasty. See, 5 cents, 1945. Also in 1945, silver coin stopped in India shortly before their independence, so that flag is the post-independence flag, so at the time it would have been a different flag for India under British rule. There we have King George VI on this quarter rupee coin. Very nice grade, wouldn't have been circulated for long. (1945). Next up is New Zealand. 1946, they stopped their silver coins. This is a coin a little bit earlier, George V. His crown on. Never wore the crown for British coins, only overseas. There's a Kiwi, 1934. 50% silver, florin. 1946, also the United Kingdom. %50 silver coins went in 46, changed to copper nickel. Again, this is a little bit earlier than 46, it's George V without the crown. This is a half crown coin from 1934. Lovely grade, nice coin. The last country in League One is Belgium. They hung on a little bit longer to 1955. Here we have one of their last silver coins, a 100-franc coin. This coin's actually from 1948. 83.5% silver. It's got 4 Belgian kings on there. That's Leopold I, Leopold II, Albert I, and Leopold III. (1948). So we have League One, and we'll move up to the Championship. So here's the Championship, extra club in the Championship. We'll start off with Greece. 1965, 83.5% silver they had in their drachma currency. And this is 20 drachmas from 1960. It's got Paul I on the obverse. And that, I believe, is Amphitrite, the wife of Poseidon, on a horse with a dolphin below. Next up, Japan. So Japan had silver coins up to 1966, 60% silver. This is a 100 yen coin. It's got that's rice on the obverse there. 100 yen. Sheaf of rice, I think I should have said. Also in 66, Australia minted their last silver coins for general circulation. Unusual to see that portrait of Elizabeth II being minted on a silver coin. And this was 50 cents that moved over to the Australian dollar by this point in 1966. This was 80% silver, so a lovely, quite chunky coin. (1967). We have Italy. It's 500 lira, 83.5% silver. Christopher Columbus ships. This is actually the reverse. I don't think that is anyone in particular about that portrait. But let me know in the comments if you know who it is. Also in 67, Switzerland. This one surprised me a little bit because I thought Switzerland carried on a bit longer than this. This is their 1 franc coin from 1961, but they stopped silver in the last coins were 67, 83.5% silver. That's Helvetia on the verse there, the personification of Switzerland, Helvetia. Moving on to 1968, Sweden. Sweden had the krona currency, and here's a 1 krona. From 1967. That was 40% silver. So they're dropping thick and fast now. And I'm going to run out of space, I think, here for 1969 because I've got 3 countries to fit in. First up, USA. I always thought USA was one of the last coins to have silver, but there's quite a few more that go beyond 1969. Of course, USA, it mainly finished in 64 when they stopped doing their 90% silver, but they carried on with the $half at 40% silver up to 1969. The Kennedy half. Reverse, this one in high grade, but many are. Next one in 69, their neighbours, Canada. And I have a 50-cent piece from Canada, a little bit earlier. This is from 1943, George VI. Canadian coat of arms on the reverse, 50 cents. That was, actually that coin is 80% silver, but they debased to 50% by 1969. And the last one for 1969 is South Africa. Put it up here. Got 2.5 shillings here from 1945. So again, a bit earlier, King George VI. 2.5 shillings. So this is 80%, and they continued with 80% right the way up to 69. So I think they go above Canada and the USA. Right, next we're going to go up to the Premier League. So you have to mint silver coins for general circulation in the 1970s to qualify for the Premier League. And first up we have an African country. It's Egypt. So they issued 72% silver coins up to 1970. This coin is from, well, it's 25 mils, and it celebrates the nationalisation of the Suez Canal. It's the Arabic numbers for 25. The Arabic dates on as well. But this is 1956, this coin. So quite a bit before 1970, but it's a 72% coin. Next we have Spain. I don't have a card for Spain, annoyingly, and I don't have any recent silver coins, but they minted silver coins. Surprisingly, I was really surprised about this, up to 1970. It was the 100 peseta coin in 1970. It was 80% silver. The coin I've got to show you is much older. It's from the 19th century. It's a 40 cents coin from when their currency was the escudo. It's 81% silver from 1864. Isabella II on the obverse. There's the reverse. So that was also 1970. Right, moving up to 1973 now. No, we're not, because we have another 1970. And it is, don't know how I'm going to put this. Sorry, Egypt, I'm covering you up. This is the Netherlands, and I've got a 1 gulden coin here from 1939. 72% silver, and these carried on up to 1970. That's great. Now we'll move up to 1973. And we have Austria. Austria had 64% silver at the time of 1973. This one's a little bit earlier. It's a 25 shilling piece from 1964. This is actually 80% silver. It's a picture of Franz Grillparzer. He was a poet. That's great. Reverse 25 shillings. Right, we're down to the last two. 1974. Can you guess who it might be? Don't have a flag again. Germany. The Federal Democratic Republic was West Germany at this time. So they had their 5 Deutschmarks here from 1951, 62.5% silver, and they carried on all the way up to 1974. I think that Germany was so hit terribly by hyperinflation before the Second World War that I think they retained the silver longer, just as it's really sensitive to inflation generally. And that's a strange looking eagle on the reverse. So who's the winner? And the winner's by a complete mile, by 21 years. So this country minted genuine silver in their coins up to 1995 for general circulation. And it was Mexico. So they had the 50 new peso, or nuevos peso. The inner part was 92.5% silver, outer rim being brass. It was a bimetal coin, as you can see on the picture, but contained half a troy ounce of silver, so quite impressive for that coin. I don't have one of those, but I've got an earlier one, and this coin is a 1 peso from 1961, and this has a derisory 10% silver. Apologies, wrong way around. That's Jose Morelos, Jose Morelos. So there we have it. We have the winner, Mexico. Silver medal goes to Germany, bronze to Austria. I forgot to. Oh no. But they were earlier. Portugal. So 2 escudos, 2.5 escudos. That is from sorry, I can't read that. That is from 1951, but they carried on up to 1955, and that's 65% silver, that coin. But the 10 escudos coin in 1955 was 68% silver. I also missed Poland. Poland minted coins up to 1930, silver coins up to 1939 before the Second World War. 75% silver. And this is a 2 zloty coin from 1932. So sorry for missing those. I'll add them in now. If you want any more detail on a particular country, I've got more coins, so if you want to pick a country in the comments, I'm happy to do a video on that. Please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.